Good morning. My name is Christina Bauer. I wanted to do a couple of classes for the community for Lyme disease that is healing from chronic infections, and that can be anyone actually, not just with Lyme disease, but anyone who is working on healing. So that can be on a bolster or in bed or in a chair, just something very comfortable. And you can begin by placing your hands on your knees. And we're just going to start in a relaxed pose. We're going to be going over a couple of breathwork or pranayama, and then into a meditation that's guided. Anyone can do these 3 classes that I've outlined. Today is going to be on the breathing techniques that can stimulate the vagus nerve to help our immune system. Those types of breath work are stimulating the vagus nerve so that we take ourselves out of a fight or flight syndrome from stress or anxiety, trauma, or chronic infection, and puts us into a relaxed state where our immune system is able to respond and build immune strength. So let's begin. So this morning's class is going to be about 40 minutes, and we will begin with our 3-part breath. So I'd like for you to place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. If you are seated in a safe place and you don't get dizzy closing your eyes, now would be a good time to do that. I'd like for you to tune out the rest of the world. Maybe that's letting your dogs outside, turning off your cell phones or your house phones, and going to a quiet place in your home where your kids or workers or what have you might not bother you. So as we begin with our 3-part breath, this is a very simple way to stimulate the vagus nerve. And you're just going to follow me. Maybe you can watch the first time and then begin to follow me after that. So what we do is we breathe in through the nose, nice and deep inhalation so the chest rises, the diaphragm and lungs fill, and the belly rises as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then the stomach descends as we begin to exhale as 1, chest descends as 2, and air comes out of our nose as 3. So the part of this that stimulates the vagus nerve is we can imagine our hands around a filled balloon, right? So we take our hands and we squeeze the air out of that balloon, much like we are going to be doing with our belly muscles, squeezing our diaphragm, all the air out of our diaphragm. This is also working our core strength. So if you're not feeling well or you're bedbound one day, just stimulating the vagus nerve can help us feel better. So when we do that, it helps to produce cortisol and hormones and enzymes into the blood that helps our fight or flight response lower, and the vagus nerve is stimulating the immune system. So let's begin in a quiet position. Just get nice and comfortable. You can sit on the floor, in a chair, anywhere that's comfortable that you'll have a quiet place to practice your breathing and meditation. So as we begin inhaling nice and deep breaths, lung capacity may be bigger or smaller than yours. So just make it your own today and do what you can. So let's begin. So as I breathe in through my nose, exhaling through the nose. Keep going. Good. Feeling our shoulders drop. Any stress melts away as we breathe. You You may be able to hear my exhale. I'm doing that on purpose. And inhaling. Biggest breath as you can get. Exhaling even longer. So as we inhale, maybe the count of 4. We're exhaling, starting out maybe the count of 6. I'm still exhaling. Keep exhaling. Use your belly muscles to squeeze it all out. Good. After about 5 of these, I start to feel nice and relaxed and present in my breath. So keep working with that. Keep breathing. Comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and do that. If you get dizzy closing your eyes, then just keep them open, just as long as you're safe from falling over in a comfortable position. Continue to breathe, nice and long inhalations, even longer exhalations, using those belly muscles. Our ribs get nice and big as we inhale, even deeper, so that our rib cage expands for deeper inhalations. And exhaling, belly muscles are engaged, and we're pressing all of the air out of our diaphragm and lung. You should be able to come to being present in your breath. That just means that we're listening to the breath, we're hearing it give us life, coming in and out of the body. Let's take a body inventory at this time and see where we might be experiencing any obstacles for change or any pain. And just take your breath there and allow your breath to take that rich oxygen, cortisol, hormones, and soothe that pain, imagining where there's darkness becomes light. Let's begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, blinking our eyes a few times, coming back to this place of comfort and relaxation. How do you feel? Take another body inventory here. Scan from the top all the way down. Discover how you feel and just stay there. And again, we're going to place blessings or light where you might be feeling pain or darkness. stay there and take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Okay, so the next breath we're going to go through is called the bee's breath. It sounds really funny, like a bee buzzing, but the important part of why I wanted to teach this to you today, you may be familiar with these pranayama or breathwork techniques, but is because vibration helps to ease pain. This type of breathwork energizes us. So if you struggle with anxiety, we never want to hold our breath. Using the 3-part breath or the bee's breath. There's lots of other types of pranayama we can go over in another class. But today I wanted to teach you these two because I think they're really great tools to learn to help us heal along our journey, whether you're struggling with Lyme disease or Bartonella or cancer. It doesn't much matter what is affecting each and every one of us, but as long as we're present, utilizing the tools God gave us naturally to help stimulate the immune system, we're on our way to a healthier day. So I never claim that breath work or yoga cures anything. It doesn't, but it definitely is a very powerful tool, not just a tool that God gives us in our natural toolbox of life. So we're going to pull that toolbox out today and do as much as we possibly can. So the buzzing that we are experiencing when we utilize the bee's breath creates a deep vibration within the body that helps to soothe us, and it helps to bring us to a meditative state in the mind, but it also helps to relieve pain. So you may get energy from it. If you are experiencing any discomfort with anything that I'm teaching today, please refrain from continuing. You understand that anything that you practice with me online, you're accepting all liability and responsibility. Always check with your doctor for starting any type of exercise. This is very simple to do today, but it can increase circulation if you have a lot of toxins that might present a problem in the future, and then which you could refer to your doctor. He may prescribe, or she may prescribe, that you start on some binders and things like that. So none of this is medical advice, and everything that you do with me in any class is at your own will. So let's begin with the bee's breath. So all we're going to do is take the tongue to the top of the mouth, just behind the teeth, and inhaling first, exhaling, we're pressing the tongue at the top of the mouth, like that. And as we exhale out, it's going to create a buzzing sound. So we do want to push that exhale out just a little bit more so than we would as we inhale in. So follow me first and then join in anytime you feel comfortable. So it looks like this. Just stay with your own breath and then just join back in whenever you feel comfortable. So inhaling again. Stay with the length of your breath as long as you can, inhaling and exhaling, utilizing the bee's breath. And again, if that makes you uncomfortable or dizzy, then just refrain. All right, so let's go back to the 3-part breath. And we're going to begin with a little bit more of a meditative state. There you go. Okay. So again, if you need a visual, then just place your hands on your belly and on your chest, and just begin breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. As a yogi, we try to clench the throat just a little bit, and it creates a sound kind of like a furnace. What that does is help cleanse the sinus cavity and create more of a meditational space within the body. So we're adding that this time if you feel comfortable. So we'll inhale and exhale, clenching the throat just a little bit. So keep breathing, and I'm going to explain for just a few moments here what we're doing. You want to keep staying with that long inhale and even longer exhale. The part that we're really working here is exhaling all the way out. That helps engage the stomach muscles, which is what stimulates the vagus nerve. So if we're stressed, where does our breath lie? Way up high, right? We can even begin to feel panicky in a stressful situation, not right now, but in a stressful situation, our breath rises way up here, and we begin to hyperventilate almost. Very shallow top breath. So to stimulate the vagus nerve, we want to lower stress, increase stimulating the vagus nerve by pressing our breath way down here within the diaphragm area. Okay? So imagine that balloon if you need to help visualize what we're doing, pressing our hands around that balloon to push all of the air out of the balloon. Same thing goes with our belly muscles, our hands now, using that analogy. And we're pressing our hands around that balloon just the same as we're using our belly muscles to push all of the air out of our diaphragm. So let's go over it a couple more times. And I'd like for you to try and extend your exhales from where you started this class today to where you are now. Maybe you will be able to advance your lung capacity and build your belly muscles up just a little bit here today. Listen to the breath. Feel it giving us life today, taking away any pain or discomfort or any feelings of toxicity or anything that's not resonating with us today. We're just going to exhale it out of our feet and into the ground. Inhaling now through the top of our head, thinking of sunshine, the Holy Spirit, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But we're definitely breathing in life. So bring it in. Allow it to gather any type of negativity in the body and exhale it out of our feet and into the ground, washing away any toxins or negativity that doesn't belong. want to be able to hear your exhales. Stay in that place of deep comfort, staying present with the breath, listening to it as it comes in and as it comes out, keeping things nice and simple today. Breathing in happiness and joy on your next breath. Breathing out anything that's not resonating with you and your joy today. Staying with the breath, I wanted to mention sometimes as you're working this relaxational breathing, something may pop or pull. It's okay, just stay with it. If anything, again, you experience is discomfort or pain, then just refrain from advancing. But you may be exercising your rib cage to where your body is self-adjusting, and usually that's okay. It's all a form of growth and healing. Just staying with the body, whatever may happen, in a comfortable and safe position here on your mat or in a chair. Just breathing and staying with the breath. I'm going to teach you a few relaxational tools today along with the two forms of pranayama or breath work that we just went over. So stay with the breath. Our three-part breath is also called the victorious breath or an oceanic wave type of a breath. So we're imagining a wave of the ocean tide coming and going very gently and beautifully as we breathe. So it's a nice fluid breath that we're performing today. If your mind begins to wander away from your breath, then just, acknowledge your thoughts and come back to the breath. And we'll come back to those thoughts at some point in time. So just for right now, we're staying with our breath work. Nice long inhales, long exhales. Imagining an ocean tide coming and going. Another really great healing mechanism of the breath is that when we practice breathing in this way, it's a very intentional breath work that we're performing today. We're opening and stimulating capillaries that may not be getting stimulated in the past. So what happens is when we stimulate those capillaries, we begin to open them to receive new oxygen, sometimes that might not have been receiving good, healthy breath. So our deep belly breathing, as I said before, is taking that panicky breath or the shallow breathing from up top within our chest down below. So the oxygen-rich blood is deep in our lungs. It's not way up here. So a lot of the times, if you've ever been in a stressful situation, we all probably have, but you might feel dizzy or like you may pass out. That's because we're accessing very shallow breath. So the shallow breath is not rich in oxygen. Our deep belly breathing, we access deep, rich oxygen blood. So that's why we try to press the breath down deep within the diaphragm, deep within the lungs, so that we can access the healthful part of our breath work. Okay? So feel what that feels like for a moment. Accessing that deep, rich oxygen that hides way deep down below. Just sit comfortably, like whatever you all need to do during this class to get comfortable and stay comfortable. That's what we'll do. Feeling our shoulders relax down our spine, sitting up nice and tall. A little bit of posture here. We're bringing our ears over our shoulders so that our breathing mechanisms are stacked and open the best that they can. If we're rounding, our head is forward, we're not able to breathe as clearly as possible. So we want to sit up nice and tall so our spine is straight up, ears over shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. Okay? This is also called seated mountain pose. Sitting nice and tall on top of our mountaintop. We're overlooking the valley below within our mind or within our mind's eye. Seeing a bright, happy life there for the taking within our mind. And again, if any thoughts come to mind, as they always will, we'll just acknowledge them and just let them float away like a cloud in the sky on a windy day. Just exhale it away like a wind in the sky. Beginning our meditational part of our class today, if it's safe and comfortable for you, you can begin to close your eyes and find that place within the mind that's quiet and safe. Sitting on your mountaintop. Feeling the sunshine on our face and body. Warming our shoulders, top of our head. Let's inhale sunshine in through the top of the head. Exhale it down our spine, one healthy vertebrae at a time, just warming with our breath, each little space. Each vertebrae neatly stacked on the next. Healthy space in between. Let's breathe that healthy oxygen there within the vertebrae, starting at the top and slowly working our way down to the sacrum. So even for monks or advanced yogis, quieting the mind is always the hardest part of yoga. The goal of yoga is to unite mind, body, spirit. Just being one with your mind, your body, and your spirit today. Breathing, inhaling through the crown of the head, sunshine in. Filling our brain with the happiness of the sunshine. Allowing it to warm. Almost like liquid lava warming as it gently moves. Kind of like an oozing feeling. A nice warming sensation within the brain. It's okay if your mind begins to wander, just come back to the breath, come back to letting those thoughts go for just right now. Staying present in your breath. Nice, easy breathing now. Another breath of sunshine in through the crown of the head, filling our face, our jaw, our ears, our eyes, and our sinuses. Inhaling through the crown of the head, exhaling to the shoulders and the neck, thyroid and throat, thymus gland, anything in between, filling with sunshine or divine love. Inhaling sunshine in through the crown, exhaling, allowing that warm sunshine to travel gently down our shoulders, arms, taking anything that's not resonating joy within us today out of our fingertips and into the ground. Just let it pour out gently. Sometimes the hardest part of healing is letting go, and that's okay. And it does take practice. So just stay present in your breath and keep practicing this guided meditation and breath work as often as you need to. Coming back to inhaling sunshine or divine love or light through the top of the head, and take it deep within the lungs and heart center. You can place your hands over your heart center, building awareness there might help you bring better visualization to that area. Increasing your blessings and sense of being loved and the ability to give love. Exercising those lungs, deep breath in, deep breath out. Exhaling away anything that's not resonating joy today or love. Self-care is so important along our healing journey. We want to come to this place each and every time we're not feeling loved or we're not able to give love. Come to this quiet place for yourself and build your own internal healing just by coming to the breath and working on quieting the mind and coming to a gentle meditational state. And again, there's no religion involved here. It's just thinking of sunshine, gentle breeze, inhaling through the crown, sunshine in. Next breath, we're taking it to the torso, opening up these areas for healing using our breath and mind. So visualize any areas that are talking to you in ways of pain, obstacles, or blockages of energy you might feel as pain or darkness. We're filling it with light, hope, and love, breathing in through the crown. Breathing into those areas that may not be open to receive healing. Inhaling through the crown, exhaling gently to our hips, our intestines, our reproductive organs, filling with healing love and energy. Visualizing those areas today within your mind as open to receive love and healing, replacing any darkness with light. Inhaling through the crown, exhaling down the spine and into the hips, down our legs, slowly to our thighs, filling our thighs with healing energy. Then to our knees. Another breath in through the crown. From our knees to our shins and calves, slowly filling. So imagine like that liquid lava is oozing from top to bottom and filling each and every area in between as we move it gently down the body, next to our ankles and feet, allowing that healing white light or liquid lava to fill our toes, arches of our feet, heel and ball mound. Breathing in through the crown, and we're exhaling out of our feet anything that's not resonating joy, peace, and love within us today. Feeling complete, whole, healed. Let's take our hand to our heart center. Take a nice breath in and a nice long breath out together. Begin to blink your eyes. Come back to this space within the present moment. It's been my honor to guide you today in this class to stimulate the vagus nerve, breathing and meditation to help increase your health and your immune system's ability to cancel out any threats on our health, whether that's mentally, physically, or emotionally, or spiritually. In yoga, we say, it's been my honor to guide you through this practice. The spirit within me humbly bows and respects the spirit within you. In Sanskrit, that all summed up together is one word, and that means namaste. So I'll say that to you, And if you feel comfortable, you can say that back to me. Say a prayer for this community. And I hope to see you over the next 2 Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for joining me today.